What's up, everybody? Pat here, great recovering alcoholic addict. How are you all today? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, another great day, guys. Every day is a great day because of the life that I've built for myself, right? And you can have the same. Before we get started, guys, please subscribe, hit that like button, share the video with somebody that might need it, somebody you think it might help. And by all means, guys, I'm starting to see a lot more comments, and I really love that. I appreciate each and every one of you so much for being here with me. Yeah, feel free, man. Reach out if there's something I can do for you. As a matter of fact, I sent off a bunch of resources to somebody here in Massachusetts earlier today that I met at an AA meeting. That's what I'm here to do, guys. Research, help, and if there's anything I can do, or even just to chat and let me know where you're at and what your experience is, and build the community here, guys. And I love you all for it. So, we're gonna talk about let's chat today, right? Don't mind the red eyes. My face was covered in carbon from cleaning a boiler that I could literally walk in today. So I was pretty dirty and glad I caught myself before I got on video with a soot covered face. But my eyes are a little red from it. Don't let it bother you. So guys, we're gonna just talk about things I find that like I do every day, guys. I just explain what I'm doing and I explain these things because, guys, I've been given a whole new life, like literally a whole new life. I went from a suffering, destitute drug addict who, like I said, I was out there for 40 years, guys. I lost everything so many times over, and every once in a while I'd get a spark and I'd rebuild and just to lose it all over again. But you know what? I never lost faith. I never lost hope completely. I was pretty hopeless, but I never lost it completely because it was enough that when I finally got beaten down, and here's the thing, guys, and I want you guys to not have to wait as long as I did. The thing that changed my life, I've said it before, I'll say it again, was prayer. Prayer saved my life. Not only saved my life, but it gave me a new life. Had I not said that earnest, honest prayer that night, I'd probably be dead right now because I was getting pretty damn close to it. But I always had that little spark. In my deepest, darkest days, I always tried to, or I always chose, not even tried, I always chose to keep a positive outlook, to see the good in life and find the good in every situation. Find something to smile about and something to keep going for every day. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was times I spent 8-10 days in bed because I was just so sick from the drugs, right? I mean, it's disgusting, it's terrible, but that's why I'm out here fighting so hard for you guys. It angers me so much what I put myself through, and I don't want to see others have to do it and have to suffer. So I got a few topics written down. I'm gonna go over today, guys. One, love God, find your higher power, build a loving relationship with it. With him, her, they, whatever it is. And it doesn't matter, guys, honestly, as long as you're real about it and you mean it from your heart, it's your true honest belief, and that there's power in that, right? I mean, again, I choose to call mine God because that's who it is for me. It's God. God made the universe, is the creator of all things, the one who set the stars in motion and breathed life into my soul, right? That's one of the prayers that I say every day. I love to pray, guys. And as I say, I do it. The more you, and again, there's no contest, guys. It's what works for you. I choose to pray throughout the day because it just keeps me in a state of gratitude. If you can keep yourself in a state of gratitude and not have to pray every day, I do it. I do advise prayer at least morning and night. But again, it's everybody's path is different. Whatever's working for you is working for you. I know at the end of the day, my strategy is working long term for me because it keeps me at the forefront. Same thing I'm doing these videos for, guys, because it keeps this shit in the forefront. I've cracked a code here, right? Or I'm being blessed. I slowly start to share some more of my personal feelings on what's really going on in my life with you guys. And but at the end of the day, I said the other day, I was chosen because I answered the call, right? I started to pray and I started getting nudged, and I felt that I was throwing that little bit of a rifle aft, and I grabbed it with both hands, and I've held it so strong that I won't let go, and that was acknowledged by God and said, oh, okay, here's one. Then they looked at my life and realized I had a heart pure gold. I had somebody tell me the other day that some people can see auras, right? My aura has changed to a solid gold with a green swirl for heart healing, apparently. And that's amazing. I guess it's a very rare thing, and it's when you start to reach enlightenment, certain people say. And I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff, but I am learning about it. And I love it, and I feel it. That's the thing, guys. I feel it. Like, I believe this stuff because I've been given a whole new life. I'm not the same person. I'm not the person that got over drugs. I'm not the person that did drugs. I have those experiences. I have all the knowledge and all the lessons that I learned to carry forth with me. But I don't suffer from the effects of that, right? Not I mean not in the fact that I always did in other attempts at early recovery. I've closed that chapter. That's the other thing that's been told to me is I've literally closed out that cycle of my life, and there's a new cycle of my life coming in, which is why I'm so incredibly hopeful. And you can do the same thing, guys, if you do the work. So honor your feelings, right? We were just talking about that. My brother-in-law had to put his dog down today, and I feel so bad for him because I've been there. I had a German Shepherd for 11 years. That was literally the closest, most loving relationship I've ever had in my life. I love that dog. As a matter of fact, he's on my spirit team. I had a psychic tell me one day that didn't know anything about me, tell me that there was a German Shepherd as part of my spirit team that was surrounding me, and that was almost brought me to tears. Like that dog meant everything to me. So I know what my brother's going through, right? But it's important, guys. Feel your feelings, honor your feelings, but then you got to move past them. You can't carry them. So many people get weighted down by not being able to release your burdens. And that's one of the things you do in prayer and meditation is you ask the universe, God, to take them off your shoulders, release your burdens. Save your loving memories, right? Keep your memories. Honor your feelings, but you got to release them at the end of the day, guys. You can't carry the negativity with you. Like you can love anybody you've lost, and my condolences for anybody that's lost anybody out there. It happens all the time. We go through it. It's part of life. And you got to always honor those people, right? And honor your memories, but you can't carry the burden because they move on to better things, guys. We got to understand that. Now, if you're struggling with that, one thing I learned, one thing I've been doing in meditation, and it's incredibly powerful. When you meditate, find a guided meditation for chakra alignment, and they usually tell you to imagine as you're going into your meditation, imagine what am I trying to say? Roots. Imagine roots growing out of your feet and you're going deep down into the earth and you release all the negativity and all the burdens and all the feelings through the roots. And I find it works really well. Same thing when, you do the same thing for any negative energy. If anybody's giving me an evil eye or black magic, it's a real thing, guys. I've experienced it. I still experience it. I think there's a few people from my past that are unhappy with what I'm doing. Which is one more reason I get on here and show you that I'm doing it, because you can't touch me. Like I'm protected because I'm doing God's work. So God's got me surrounded, and that's another thing I'm going to tell you straight up. Like I just said what I just said. Nobody can touch me today, guys. Nobody can touch me because I'm doing God's work. God is protecting me, and that's an amazing feeling. Somebody that has been to the depths of despair that I've been out there and felt as lonely. Not that I was ever alone a day in my life, because I came through so many things that did not only should have killed me, but did kill me. I died a couple of times. I told you that. Clearly, it's the hand of God. God helped me, God helped me when anytime I was going through the worst of the worst, right? So you're never alone. None of us are ever truly alone if you have faith. If you're out there, using black magic to rob and cheat and steal, then you know what? You're probably in a bad space, and you're still not alone. The problem is you got the wrong people around you, right? You're gonna end up in a bad place. And I just urge you to stop. Stop and repent while you still can, because you don't want to go down that road. I hate it. It breaks my heart to think about anybody going through shit like that, because it's got to be brutal in the end, guys. So, but anyway, they're way off topic here. Yeah, so, feel your feelings, honor your feelings, release the negativity, right? Keep the positivity, always focus on the good. You got to remember, guys, what you're feeling, what you're putting out, what you're putting in, what resonance you're working in is what you receive, right? So deal with it. Never suppress anything. And that's the thing. I used to suppress, and that's why I repeated the same cycles over and over again, because I never honored anything. I never felt my feelings. I never released them. I never worked through them. So do the work through them. Deal with whatever you're dealing with, because if you're dealing with the same situation over and over again, it's because you're not learning, you're not growing. And I don't say that to belittle you. I say it's because it's what I dealt with for 40 years, guys. It was like the same situation, different face over and over again. And I talked about it, guys. I allowed people to steamroll me, bully me, take from me, and I thought I was being the better person because I was allowing it to happen. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. Honor yourself, guys. You gotta put you first, right? Set boundaries. That's what this is about. Setting boundaries, but set boundaries with other people and maintain them at all costs. At all costs. I'm fighting with that right now, because I allowed people. So so deep into me that now I'm having to set those boundaries, and I literally had to let people know, like, listen, that's what kept me as fucked up. What's one of the things that kept me as fucked up as long as I was. Either take it or leave it. Your options are work within the boundaries that I set or get out of my life. I will literally block your number and not answer your call. I will walk away. And if you think I won't, look at the rest of my life. I've done it in every single area. Like literally, I've walked away from my entire life. And guys, keep in mind, you're always going to get tested. I feel another breakthrough coming, and sure enough, 11 o'clock last night, I got it. As a matter of fact, twice this week. The other day, I woke up to a text on my phone. It's from my phone had gone off at 3 in the morning. Thank God I was sleeping and didn't hear it. I would have been pissed if it woke me up. But anyway, it was a picture of my face on the screen doing a TikTok video, and it was all Spanish. And I didn't recognize the number, and it just said, "I see you." And it was one of the drug dealers that used to sell me drugs, watched me on TikTok, doing these recovery videos. And I kind of got a kick out of it. And this time, I just blocked the number and moved on. Didn't even bother responding. And then somebody else that I used to buy from, checked in again last night, and he's being respectful about it. But at the same token, like this is the second time he's reached out. First time I was totally polite about it, and I was polite with him last night, but I made it perfectly clear, my friend, I'm a new person now. If you wanna call me, because he's he's in music, he's into music. I said, if you wanna call me up and invite me to a show, I said I will catch a show at some point. So right now I'm doing me, but understand I put that person to death. He's never coming back. So there's no need to waste your call once a month to see if I'm ready to go back on the dope, because it's never gonna fucking happen. And if it continues, then he'll get blocked. But again, I don't want to have to do any of that. And I wish him well. And he was very respectful about it. He says, "Hey, keep thriving, do you." But again, at the same time, I know it was a check-in just to see if in case I fell off the wagon. And a lot of people, I was a resource to these people. I spent $60,000 a year on fucking drugs. Of course they want me back. But it ain't gonna happen, guys. But just be prepared. Set your boundaries. Maintain your boundaries. Be strong. Understand that your past will continue to come back at you until you beat it into the ground, letting it know there's absolutely no way it's coming back. And you can't let it bother you. You can't let it rent space in your head. Anytime I deal with one of these things, I feel good immediately thereafter because I know I put I put it to rest yet again, and I passed the test. So that's what everything is to me today, guys. Life is school, right? We're here to learn. You never stop. So expect pop quizzes from time to time, and when you maintain your routine, your program, you're ready for them. They don't knock you off your game. They don't need, now I take them in stride. They don't even put me back. Other than if I decide it's a little disrespectful, I'll speak out and let them know. Because again, be assertive. That's the other thing, guys. Use your voice, man. Stick up for yourself. Be assertive. Let people know where you're at, what you need. In a relationship, take it slow and let people know if you're getting steamrolled and you're unhappy. You think you're doing the bigger thing by keeping your mouth shut. You're not, because you're building resentments, and it's going to eventually blow up and put a wedge between you. If you want to have a good, harmonious relationship, speak your mind. But don't be a dick about it. Always be kind, guys. It's number one. I tell you guys all the time. The whole thing that got me through everything I got through, and the fact that I'm being helped out so much right now, is because I was always kind. I always kept a pure heart. I was always a good person at the end of the day. I always tried to help others around me. I never tried to be a shitbag and take. Yes, I made mistakes in active drug use. I made terrible mistakes. I did things I'm not proud of. I stole from people I loved. You know what I mean? Like, not on a regular basis, but again, I've done these things, guys. I've told you about it. I've taken vehicles that I wasn't supposed to drive and fucking totaled them, nodding out at the wheel. Like, you know what I mean? It's terrible. Like, I hurt people. Like, I did a lot of really shitty things. But I understand that wasn't me and not a decision I make in a sober mind. So the only thing I can do is maintain a sober mind and never do it again and let it go. Like, I had a lot more. And it's funny because these same people wanted to come back and throw that at me left and right. And I'm like, yeah, anyway, these same people took so much more from me, and anyway, we're not going to go there. It's not about that, right? Yeah, practice gratitude, guys. Gratitude is huge. You got to be grateful. A grateful heart will not use. A grateful heart is always in a receiving mode because you're appreciative of what you have, so you're ready for more. Always do what's right. That's simple as that, guys. I preach it all the time. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because somebody's watching. And you know what? If you're just doing it because somebody's watching, at least you're doing the right thing. But when you get to a point where you're doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do and nobody's watching, that's when the changes start to come in. This is what you can make it. You can do better and get a better life, and that's great. And I applaud you and I commend you for it, right? But if you want to come on my journey, if you want to watch, if you're part of my community and the channel that I'm on here, I'm going every day for the best version of me humanly possible, and I'm holding myself. And again, not I'm accepting that there's limitations, there's mistakes, and I'm forgiving myself for it because everything's a learning experience. And by no means do I know everything, guys. I wouldn't have been through what I've been through if I knew everything, right? Excuse me, getting uncomfortable there. But hold yourself to the highest standard you can within reason. Okay, be that best version of yourself. Be the knight in shining armor you're waiting for, because that's who it is at the end of the day. It's you. Nobody's gonna come in and save you if you don't save yourself. You start saving yourself, and other people are gonna get on the bandwagon and work with you and collaborate to make a better life. But nobody's coming to save anybody, guys, other than a very rare case, and great, and I'd love to see it. People should have the support. But if it hasn't happened yet, guys, chances that's not happened. Life is waiting for you to stand up and be your own knight in shining armor. You got to do it, right? And you can. I can't stand when people say, I can't because this. No, you can. Yes, you can. I've done it. I've come from nothing so many times over and over again. And whenever I put my mind to it, I get there. And the difference is I never had the help. I never had faith. Now I do. Now I've got a team of angels that walk with me every day, and I'm unfucking stoppable, which is why I'm strong enough to be able to doing what I'm doing. And I'm slowly making a difference. And I'll keep doing it as long as it takes. Because as long as I'm making any kind of a difference, then this is my passion. This is, everybody's got to have something they care about. They do. And I didn't for so long. And I'm so happy I have this now because it's everything to me. And I fucking love it. I really do. It's the difference maker in my life because I actually have something I care about. And I'm starting to build a little community. I thought, I'd have people coming in, knocking on my door to hang out. And it's an online world now, guys. And who knows, maybe I'll end up moving somewhere. Because I'm open to anything at this point. That's the beauty, guys. My life's a clean slate, and I'm gonna take whatever best opportunities come to me. But I've got nothing. There's no chain holding me anywhere. I can literally pick up and do anything I want, and I fucking love that. Like I'm so blessed for that reason. That's why I stay in such a state of gratitude. But it wasn't given to me, guys. I worked my dick off for this, guys. I worked my ass off to get where I am, and you can too. You're already working your ass off for somebody else. Why not start doing it for yourself? Pray, meditate, right, and you grow. If you have another path, then that's great, good for you. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't mean that in a condescending way, in any way, shape, or form. But for me, what I found was the difference in my life was prayer, meditation, and meetings. Okay, I don't know how else to say it. Prayer and meditation have changed who I am. They've given me a new life. I've had recovery, and I've even done even with meetings, and I'm not knocking meetings. I think they're hugely important. I love them dearly. It's a great place to find community, find support when you need it, and give support to people that do need it. I love fucking meetings, and whenever I have a moment, whenever I can, I get to one every day when I can. Most days I can nowadays, and I love that. But prayer and meditation are for me. That's what fills me up, right? And I don't know. Maybe it's because of the losses that I've taken over the years. I've told you guys, like I literally was living in a situation that at regular occurrences, my life would be taken away from me, and I'm talking at the snap of a finger, like by the simple fact of running a red light, and suddenly I go to jail for 60 days, like unexpectedly locked up on the spot. That's how I lived for decades, and it happened on a regular basis. I told you, I got I talk about it. I don't want to focus on those things, but like and now I'm looking at the lessons I learned from that. Like it gave me a cutoff game that's strong as fuck, man. I've got an ability to detach that is so healthy, and maybe even unhealthy at points. And I'm trying to get over some of that. So that's what I'm working on. Is my I've been in so many abusive relationships that I would have never thought that I had PTSD. I thought I was strong as steel. But I'm realizing, no, I clearly did. That's why I did drugs the way I did for 40 years, right? And I'm dealing with those things today, and I'm working with therapists, and I'm getting the help that I need. But yeah, be your own knight in shining armor, guys. Stay vigilant. Succeed. Find and build a community of positive people, whether at AA meetings, whether through a hobby that you enjoy. Like, you got to have something in life that pours back into you. Find it. Everybody has a passion. If you like to paint, paint. You like to sing, sing. Whatever it is you like, gardening, find a gardening group or do a garden in your house if you're okay being solitary. I like my solitude, but I like community as well. It's just a matter of finding people that aren't fucking taken. I have so many people. I've got a very giving, nurturing way about me. So many, and the thing is, guys, and I've always been so extroverted. Like, I've always been so outgoing, so open to people. But it got to a point where I got so used to people just taking that I found myself isolating, and that sucks. I'm not a person that wants isolation. I do enjoy my solitude because I've learned to live in that, and I find a certain comfort in it, in an ability to unwind and unpack and slowly think about things. So I'm not so rash as I used to be anymore. I like to take my time and actually go through something in my head rather than just my Aries nature just to run stand head first into things. So I do enjoy my solitude, but at the same time I crave community like every other human being. We're communal creatures, right? But at the same time, like I'm allowing it to happen naturally, and I'm not just running out because that's what I did before. I'd run out and jump into the first group of God knows what, and I'd end up in places I had no business being in. So give to yourself, heal your wounds. You know what I mean, guys? Do the work. Find your God. Love your God. If you already have a relationship with Him, then that's the biggest start. You're already halfway there. But just be aware, be present, live in the moment. Like even in early recovery, I was looking forward to when I get this, when I get that. No, I'm finally at the point that I realize the way you grow things is when you start just living in the moment, making the most of every day, filling the day with things that you love, finding joy, finding happiness, feeling your emotions when you feel them, with negativity, dealing with the problems, the challenges, learning something out of every one, honoring it, being good to people, but putting up boundaries and not, because depending on where you come from like codependent, abandonment issues, people pleasing. That was my story, guys. And it's crazy that I realize it now, but at the time I thought it was the furthest thing from the truth. But literally, it's where it was. It's how we are so able to deceive ourselves, right? So you really got to stop and get somebody else's outside opinion. Find out what somebody else sees when they see you, because it's very enlightening, right? And then start working on it. Figure out and keep in mind that's probably only a half truth as well. So find the truth somewhere in the middle, and then start to do what's right for you. It's the best thing you can do for anybody you love is be whole, be healed, be balanced. And that's where I'm at today, or at least getting there. I'm pretty damn close. I'm still learning. I still have a long way to go, but I'm well on my way, and I'm blessed beyond belief, guys. And I think honestly, God put me here to do these things to show people just exactly how powerful faith is. When you start opening your mind and really doing the work, I mean, anybody that knows me, that sees me up here doing what I'm doing right now and living the life that I'm living right now, it has to agree that it's clearly the hand of God, because I'm not who I was. I don't suffer. I don't have fear. I don't have anxiety. I don't have any of the issues that I had. I'm trading all those in for a better set of problems. There's always problems and challenges in life. That's part of life. But I'm getting a much better set of problems, guys, and I'll take them any day. All right, we're running a little bit long. Getting a little rambly here. Guys, God loves you. I love you so very much. I'm so proud of you guys for sticking around and watching these videos with me and doing the work. The comments I'm getting, the people realizing there's so many people out there that are preaching the same thing. Look into it, guys. There's a whole big world here online, and you can find anything you need to help you in any way. Take all the help that you need. Reach out and try things that you normally wouldn't, because you'd be amazed at how much enlightening and how powerful they are. Give yourself a shot, guys. God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Thank you.